Hello, my dear kids of 5th class. In the previous video, I have completed the explanation part for the poem What the Minutes Say. And now here for this poem, I am going to giving you hard words and antonyms and glossary. Okay, here what the minutes say. Keep main heading what the minutes say and write down in one notebook. Hard words, side heading. Minutes, MINUTES, minutes. Furnished, FURNISHED, furnished. Next, burden, 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 burden. Next, patiently, 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 patiently. Worst, 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 worst. Next, pleasure, 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 pleasure. These are the 6 hard words you have in the poem. And next, antonyms. Furnished, removed, patiently, impatiently, pleasure, displeasure, spring, end. One more time. Furnished, removed, patiently, impatiently, pleasure, displeasure, spring, end. These are the hard words and antonyms I have written in the notes, and now I am going to show you glossary. Furnished, glossary means nothing but meanings. Antonyms means opposites. Okay, here glossary. Furnished, furnished, provided, provided, patiently, accept the difficulties, accept the difficulties, without becoming upset, without becoming upset or angry, without becoming upset or angry. Pleasure, pleasure, a feeling of happiness and satisfaction, a feeling of happiness and satisfaction. Spring, arise from, spring, arise from. And now you have understanding the poem in your textbooks. You just don't write down in your notebook. You just write down these answers after the question itself. Okay. What are the 60 wings? What are the 60 wings in this poem? Here you see. We are but minutes, little things, each one furnished with 60 wings. Each one furnished with 60 wings. Here, what are those 60 wings? 60 wings means nothing but 60 seconds. A minute has what the minutes has? Minutes has 60 seconds. Here, the 60 seconds are compared with the 60 wings. Okay, what are those 60 wings? Nothing but 60 seconds. Okay, next. What is the burden the minutes bear? What is the burden the minutes bear? Here also you have a little burden of joys and cares. We are but minutes, each one bears a little burden of joys and cares. So what we can write? The burden of joys and cares. Next, the worst of minutes cannot remain. This line means the worst of minutes cannot remain. What is the meaning of this line in the poem? They have given you options. Minutes are very bad things? No. Worst of minutes are hours? No. Worst of minutes are seconds? No. Bad times do not remain forever. Bad times do not remain forever. Forever. Here, the worst of minutes cannot remain. ఇక్కడ ఏంటి తన మీనింగ్ ఏంటి? వర్స్ట్ ఆఫ్ మినిట్స్ కెనాట్ రిమైన్. వాట్ ఎవర్ ద పెయిన్ఫుల్ మూమెంట్స్ వీ హ్యావ్, those cannot remain forever. Those cannot remain forever. చాలా సేపు చాలా ఎక్కువ టైము సారోస్లోనే ఉండము, ఒకసారి ఎక్కువ టైము జాయ్ఫుల్ మూమెంట్స్లోనే ఉండము, అవునా? sometimes joyful moments, sometimes sorrow moments or pain moments we face. Okay, so here in this poem they said the worst of minutes cannot remain, bad times do not remain forever. ఎప్పుడు బ్యాడ్ టైం అలానే ఉండిపోదు, టైం విల్ చేంజ్. సో నెక్స్ట్, summarize the last 4 lines of the poem. What is the 4 lines of the poem? Last 4 lines. We are but minutes, uses well. For how we are used, we must one day tell. Who uses minutes has hours to use. Who loses minutes, whole years must lose. These are the 4 lines. What is the meaning of these lines? How do you feel about the minutes of what do you feel by these 4 lines? You have to write, you have to summarize those lines. I already explained you in the explanation part of the poem. You can see that also. And next, 5th one. We are but minutes, use as well. How can you use the minutes well? Here, what are the minutes saying? We are but minutes, uses well. And the minutes are asking, how can you use the minutes well? మినిట్స్ని ఏ విధంగా యూస్ చేసుకుంటావు, మంచిగా ఎలా యూస్ చేసుకుంటావు? డిస్కస్ విత్ ఎ పార్ట్నర్ అండ్ కమ్ అప్ విత్ ఐడియాస్. నువ్వు ఎలా మినిట్స్ని, టైంని సేవ్ చేసుకుంటావు, టైంని ఎలా యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకుంటావు అనేది మీ పార్ట్నర్తో షేర్ చేసుకొని, whenever we have a Zoom meetings with you, you just share with me also. Okay, next question. Is the poem about using minutes well? Is the poem about using minutes well, or is it about how we should handle joy and pain, or is it about both? Give reasons for your answer. Here they are asking, what is the poem about? To use the minutes well, టైంని ఎలా యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవాలి అని చెప్తుందా ఈ పోయమ్? లేదా లైఫ్లో సమ్టైమ్స్ జాయ్ఫుల్ మూమెంట్స్, సమ్టైమ్స్ పెయిన్ఫుల్ మూమెంట్స్ వస్తాయి అనుకున్నాము, అవి ఎలా హ్యాండిల్ చేయాలి అని చెప్తోందా ఈ పోయమ్? గివ్ రీజన్స్. వాట్ డూ యూ ఫీల్? వాట్ అబౌట్? లేదు, రెండిటి గురించి చెప్తుందా? గివ్ రీజన్స్ ఫర్ యువర్ ఆన్సర్. ఓకే. We are but minutes, little things, each one furnished with 60 wings, with which we fly on our unseen track, and not a minute ever comes back. Here, these are the 4 lines of the poem. On these 4 lines, they will ask you 3 questions. You only have to answer these questions. Why are minutes little things? Why are minutes little things? Write your answer. Why do they fly on an unseen track? Write your answer. What happens when a minute goes by? Here I have given you one answer. If it never comes back. What happens when a minute goes by? Oka minute gadichipoyin tarvata what will happen? Nothing. It never comes back. Next. According to the poem, according to these 4 lines only, I wrote the answer. Like that only you have to write these 2 also. Okay, next. We are but minutes, use as well. For how we are used, we must one day tell. Who uses minutes has hours to use. Who loses minutes, whole years must lose. Okay, on these 4 lines, they have given you 3 questions. What should we do with the minutes? What should we do with the minutes? We should use the minutes well. Okay. What will the minutes one day tell? What will the minutes one day tell? Minutes ఏం చెప్తాయి one day? ఇక్కడ నుంచి for how we are used, we must one day tell. What the minutes will tell? You only had to answer. Who gains hours and who loses years? Here you have. Who uses minutes has hours. Who uses minutes will gain hours. And who loses minutes will loses years. Who loses minutes will lose years. That is the answer. Okay. Next you have language work. Here you have to answer these questions and write in your textbook. After the question only you write you write the answer. After the question only you write the answer in your textbook only. Don't copy them in your notebook. Okay. Next you have language work here. Here they have given you prefixes and suffixes. Before going to show that, I would like to explain you what is a prefix and what is a suffix. Here the name only says prefix. Pre means nothing but before. Pre means before. Fix, the word we need to fix to the actual word. Here you see seen is a word. We need to oppose the word. ప్రిఫిక్సెస్లో వచ్చేది ఆపోజిట్ వర్డే వస్తుంది మోస్ట్లీ. ఓకే, ఇన్ ప్రిఫిక్సెస్ వీ గెట్ ఓన్లీ ఆపోజిట్ వర్డ్స్. ఓకే, హియర్ సీన్. Whenever we add a prefix, a suitable prefix, that is unseen. Seen, unseen, both are opposite words. Yes, seen. Unseen is the opposite for seen. So when we add a word before the actual word, that will be the prefix. And by adding prefix to the actual word, we get the opposite word. Okay. యాక్చువల్ వర్డ్కి ప్రిఫిక్స్ని ఎప్పుడైతే యాడ్ చేస్తామో ఆ వర్డ్ ఏమవుతుంది? ఆపోజిట్ టు ద యాక్చువల్ వర్డ్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ హియర్ ఆల్సో ఫార్చ్యూన్. ఫార్చ్యూన్కి ఆపోజిట్ వర్డ్ రాయాలి. ఆపోజిట్ వర్డ్ అవుతుంది వెన్ ఎవర్ వీ హ్యావ్ యాడెడ్ ఏ ప్రిఫిక్స్ టు ద యాక్చువల్ వర్డ్, ఇట్ విల్ బీ ఆపోజిట్ ఫర్ ద actual word. It will be opposite for the actual word. Fortune, misfortune. Fortune ki prefix add chesam. Miss అనేటువంటి prefix ని add చేస్తే misfortune is another word which is opposite to the word fortune. Okay, and next violence. Violence is the actual word. Before violence I have added non, that is prefix. Non-violence, it is the opposite for violence. Violence opposite non-violence. Okay, those are called prefixes. Prefixes are nothing but opposites. When we add prefix to the words, that will be opposite words for the actual word. Okay, and next suffix. We have suffix here. Suffix means we are going to add some words after the actual word, after the base word. For example, entertain is a word. Entertain is a word. I have added ment here. So entertainment, after the actual word I have added ment, ment. What will be entertainment? Joy, full, joyful. To the actual word joy I have added full after the joy, so it became another word, joyful. Next, care is one word. Less is another word. I have added less to the after the actual word, so careless is a suffix anamata. After, when we add a word that is after the actual word, that is called suffix. Here full, meant, these are all suffixes. Okay, these are all suffixes. Here prefixes means nothing but opposite. Here what do you mean by the suffix? Here when we add a suffix to the word, here entertain, entertaining is a verb. Here we have added ment here, entertainment. It has become noun. Verb plus suffix become noun. Here care, take care of the vessels. So here care is a verb, and when I have added less, the suffix here, it became noun. She is a careless girl. She is careless. Okay, like that. So here it is, it will become noun, or sometimes it will become the adjective also. Here you see in the textbook what they have given. Look at the word unseen in the poem. The prefix un added to the word seen makes its opposite. సీన్కి అన్ యాడ్ చేయడం వల్ల అన్సీన్ అనేటువంటి వర్డ్ వచ్చింది. సో హియర్ సీన్కి ఆపోజిట్ వర్డ్ అయిపోయింది అన్సీన్. ఓకే, యూస్ ద కరెక్ట్ ప్రిఫిక్సెస్ ఫ్రమ్ ద బాక్స్ విత్ ద వర్డ్స్ గివెన్ టు మేక్ దిర్ ఆపోజిట్స్. ఓకే, నెసెసరీ, ఇన్నెసెసరీయా, డిస్నెసెసరీయా, ఇర్నెసెసరీయా, innecessarya, unnecessarya. So like that you have to choose the correct prefix for the words here. Necessary, unnecessary, efficient, inefficient, moral, immoral, responsible, irresponsible, advantage, disadvantage. These are the prefixes, suitable prefixes: advantage, disadvantage, responsible, irresponsible, moral, immoral, efficient, inefficient, necessary, unnecessary, like that. Okay.